Welcome everyone to the 2020 NFL Draft. Picking first in this draft will be the Chicago Bears for the second time in 3 years. Back in 2018, they selected Daniel Presley, the offensive tackle for Notre Dame. Now, this offseason, the Bears have been one of the busier teams in the NFL, and free agency getting some help from Mitchell Trubisky by signing the former New York Giant wide receiver Sterling Shepard and former Los Angeles Charger tight end Hunter Henry. Following the Bears will be the Bengals, 49ers, Jets, and Chargers rounding out the top 5. Chargers have 3 picks in the first round and a lot of picks this year. A lot of picks. Last episode, the Chargers made some pretty big moves in free agency. The first one was getting their new backup quarterback in Phillip Rivers, who they traded going into last season. And then with the Ravens, he had a pretty solid year, 3,800 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. But before that, he spent his whole career with the Chargers. And the Chargers wanted him to retire at Charger, and it seems like he wanted to as well. So he will be backing up Mason Conway. Chargers also signed one new starter, and that will be safety Keanu Neal, who will most likely be taking over for free safety for Trey Boston. Trey Boston may be on his way out. He's only on a 1-year contract. And Marcus Williams was great at strong safety last year, so he's still going to start. Now let's get right to the draft. 2020 NFL Draft is now underway, and the Chicago Bears are on the clock. With the first pick of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Horan. I do not know his first name, I forget it, but they are taking a quarterback. So they did not get help from Mitchell Trubisky. They got help from that guy. I think there's only one really good quarterback. There were a few up in the top, but Kirby Watkins is the only one who looks really good, so that might not be a great pick. With the second pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Zach Baxter, offensive tackle, I think from Penn State. With the third pick, the San Francisco 49ers select Cole West, guard, Stanford. And with the fourth pick, the New York Jets select Kirby Watkins, quarterback, Florida State. So the Chargers are now on the clock. Chargers will not be the team on the clock with the fifth pick. They are trading down to pick 10 with their divisional rival Denver Broncos. They're trading the fifth pick and the 190th pick to the Broncos for the 10th pick and a second and third rounder next year. So the Chargers stockpiling on picks next year. And with the fifth pick, the Denver Broncos select Max Selleck, quarterback. So they do not believe in Joey Foot. That is extremely surprising. It's not a big surprise that the Jets are taking a quarterback, but the Bears and the Broncos, especially the Broncos, who just drafted Joey Foot last year. With the sixth pick, the Indianapolis Colts select Branch Smith. If the Chargers not trade down with pick 5, that would have been their pick. Very talented player. The Giants select C.T. Cooper. There could have been a Charger if they didn't get Keanu Neal. Alan Turner goes to the Vikings. And Gordon Nafse to the Raiders. With the 10th pick of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers are going to select Lewis Jackson, offensive tackle from the U, Miami. Very good top 3 skills. Really good combine. He was in the top 7 in everything. Third in bench press, which means he's strong. Lewis Jackson, 80 overall normal development. Very, very talented player. He's definitely going to probably start. With the 11th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Oscar Spiller, middle linebacker from, I think, Florida. The Texans with the 12th pick select Roman Pierce, cornerback. Bears take Austin Allen, linebacker. And Saints take Derek Patterson, another linebacker. So the Chargers are back. Chargers are deciding between two players who are almost identical. Adrian Ziegler and Spencer Bailey. They're pretty much the same size, same age, very similar combines, very similar top 3 skills. But in the end, the Chargers are going to take Spencer Bailey, wide receiver, Texas, 80 overall. So 2 80 overalls and 2 normal developments. Very interesting. The 16th pick, the Cleveland Browns select Zach Brink. The Cardinals select Chandler Niswanger. Supposed to be a top pick, but awful run blocker. The Redskins take Tyson Stevens, middle linebacker. The Seahawks take Brady Brissell, linebacker. 20th pick, the Atlanta Falcons select Adrian Ziegler. Very curious to see how different he is from Spencer Bailey. The 21st pick for Ravens take Banks, the running back. Chargers will be making their second trade of the day, this time trading up. They're going to be trading up 8 picks with the Carolina Panthers, moving from pick 30 to pick 22, and they're also going to be giving up a 4th and a 5th in the process. With the 22nd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Carol Poole, linebacker, Texas. 78 overall normal development. Not too huge on all these normal developments, but the three players the Chargers have taken look like very good players. Buccaneers select Garland, the linebacker. Chiefs take Deion Cohen, cornerback, very talented player. Titans take Ray Santos. Steelers take Coco Bostic. Detroit Lions select Luke McCarthy, quarterback. He does not look that good, and they already have. Matthew Stafford isn't the youngest. The Dallas Cowboys take Tyshawn Hoffman, tight end, Texas, very good player. Eagles take Max Polak, center, another very good player. The Panthers take Schaefer. Obviously, they have the 22nd pick, but traded down. The Rams take, Henry Robinson, the speedy wide receiver. And the 32nd pick, the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots select Randall, very good player. I forget his first name. With the 30th pick in the second round, the Chargers will be trading back with the Atlanta Falcons. The Chargers will get a third rounder this year, a 4 next year, and a 4 this year. And the Chargers and Falcons are not done, as with the very next pick, the 63rd pick, the Chargers will be trading back with the Atlanta Falcons again. This time picking up a 2nd and 3rd next year and a 5th this year. So the Falcons anxiously trading up, getting 2 players they probably really want, since they're giving up some pretty good value, and they will take Kelly. With the 84th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers will be picking Patrick Mays, wide receiver from Georgia. 82 overall. The 3rd best player in the draft. But can we get some development traits in here? With the 30th pick in the 3rd round, the Los Angeles Chargers will be selecting Vidal Boharness, defensive end from Montana. 73 overall normal development. Good depth. Some more moves in the 4th round as the Chargers will be trading up 16 picks from 116 to 100 with the New York Jets. And the Jets will be getting 2 7ths, pick 208, and pick 222 this year as well. With the 100th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Christian Wilcox, quarterback, Ole Miss. Obviously, Mason Conway is the starter long-term, but this team needs a good backup. Phillip Rivers is going to retire after this year most likely. And Peyton Mankins is not very good. 73 overall, quick development. Looks like a very good player. 87 speed, good throwing stats. That's a good thing. The 31st pick in the 4th round of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers will be taking Joe Flowers, offensive lineman from Mizzou. 76 overall, quick development. Not bad. The 20th pick in the 5th round, the Los Angeles Chargers select Quentin Swinney, offensive guard from Georgia. 75 overall, normal development, very talented. With the 30th pick in the 5th round, the Los Angeles Chargers will be selecting Ellis DeBose, the offensive lineman from Clemson. 75 overall, normal development, pretty good. With the 3rd pick in the 6th round, the Los Angeles Chargers will be selecting Davis Piscitelli, safety from Indiana. Okay, good depth, 70 overall. Normal depth. The 1st pick in the 7th round and the final pick for the Los Angeles Chargers in this year's NFL Draft, they're going to be selecting James Brandstater, kicker from Vanderbilt. 71 overall, normal development. Looks like he's a good player. Here is a look at the Chargers 2020 draft class. Lewis Jackson, Spencer Bailey, Carol Poole, Patrick Mays, Vidal Boharness, Christian Wilcox, Joe Flowers, Quentin Swinney, Ellis DeBose, Davis Piscitelli, and James Brandstater. Now let's look at some other teams' drafts, some other notable players. The Chiefs took Deion Cohen in the 1st round, a player that the Chargers liked. And he looks like he's a good player, 80 overall normal development, so not a bad pick. With the 6th overall pick, the Colts took Branch Smith, a player that the Chargers were eyeing, and he's an 80 overall normal development, so about as good as Lewis Jackson. And in the 2nd round, they took Ace Meyer, the running back from Louisville, and he's an 82 overall normal development, so the Colts drafted themselves a great offensive lineman and a great running back. Cowboys took Tyshawn Hoffman, the tight end from Penn State. Or not from Penn State. No, I don't know why I thought he was from Penn State. From Texas, and he looks like a very good player. With the 29th overall pick, the Eagles took Max Polak, the center from Wisconsin. He looked like a very good player when I scouted him, and he does indeed look like a very good player. This is the first superstar development I've seen, because we didn't draft any superstars, and I haven't seen any superstars yet. So Max Polak is going to be a great player. The Atlanta Falcons took Adrian Ziegler. We could took him or Spencer Bailey. And Ziegler's a 79 with normal, so him and Spencer Bailey are pretty much identical. It's just that Bailey's a little faster, a little better top 3 skills, and 1 rating better. With the 3rd overall pick, the Niners took offensive guard Cole West. You don't normally see guards going that high, but when they're this good, that makes. Giants got C.T. Cooper, a player that the Chargers were certainly eyeing if they did not get Keanu Neal. And he looks like a very good pick, 79 overall with quick development. The Jets took Kirby Watkins, quarterback from Florida State. This player was easily the best quarterback in this draft when I scouted him. And he looks like a very good player, 79 overall superstar. The Lions picked Luke McCarthy to be the franchise quarterback. When I scouted him, he did not look that good. And as we can see, he does not look that good, 72 overall, slow development. If the Lions did this in real life, I'd be pretty sad. The first round for the Green Bay Packers, they took Austin Allen, a linebacker from LSU. He looks like a beast, but he also has slow development, so good thing we didn't try to get him and we got Terrell Poole. The Patriots trying to get whoever their quarterback is some help. I'm not sure who it is. But they took Jorge Randall in the first round, a player who I like. And he looks like a very good player. He's pretty slow. And his development shows that. I was talking about his speed when he's pretty slow, but he also is slow. Redskins took Tyson Stevens, the middle linebacker from Louisville. He looks like an extremely good player, only 21 years old and an 80 overall with normal development, so that's a good pick. The Seahawks took Brady Brissell, the linebacker from UCLA. We knew he was a superstar from the draft stories, and he's a superstar. He looks like a very good player. He is 24, though, which is a little on the old. Pittsburgh Steelers selected Coco Bostic, the safety from Louisville. He looks really good, 82 overall, quick development. Similar with Brady Brissell, he is 24, just a little on the older side, but he looks like a really good. The Texans got Ramon Pierce, a cornerback from Florida who the Chargers liked, and he looks like a good player, but he does have slow development. Tennessee Titans had 2 nice picks. Their first one being Ray Santos, the tight end from Texas. Looks like a very good player, had an insane combine. And he's an 80 overall with normal development. In the second round, they took running back Desi Dobbins from Miami. I guess Derrick Henry is not the answer. Oh, no, they lost Derrick Henry. Yeah, he's down with the Bills, so they need a running back. And looks like they got Vikings got Alan Turner, a cornerback from Louisville. We knew he was a superstar, and he is. He looks like a very good player, someone who the Chargers really liked. And in the second round, they took another player the Chargers really liked, Brian Herrera, the wide receiver from Texas A&M, 76 overall, quick development. And in the 7th round, the Vikings got a steal with DeJuan Davidson from Wisconsin, 76 overall, with superstar development. The Bears took Russell Horan with the number 1 overall pick. I didn't think he was that good, but 76 overall, so he's probably not going to start right away because Trubisky is like an 84, but he is superstar development. And in the second round, the Bears took Lindsey Edwards, a player who the Chargers sort of liked, but probably weren't going to take in the second round. He's only a 71 overall, but he also has superstar development. The second overall pick, the Bengals took Zach Baxter, the offensive tackle from Penn State. Looks like a very talented player. The reason why the Chargers weren't super huge on him is because he is 24, but looks like a good player. The Broncos took Max Selleck, the quarterback from Pittsburgh. They don't think Joey Foote is the answer. And I guess not, because Max Selleck has superstar development. He and the Bears quarterback were both second-round talent, but they both look really good. So 3 quarterbacks, all 3 of them taken in the top 5. They all have superstar development, and they all look like good. Browns took Zach Brink, the linebacker from Georgia. Looks like a good player, but in Browns fashion, taking old players with slow development. Hint, hint, Brandon Weeden, the 28-year-old quarterback, or however old he was. Don't take 28-year-old quarterbacks in the first round. Everyone knows that except for the Cleveland Browns, obviously. The number 1 prospect in the draft fell to pick 17 when he fell into the Cardinals' laps. Chandler Niswanger, and he, as predicted, sucks. Make sure to tell me how I drafted in the comments below. Next episode will be the preseason, pretty much cuts, last-second trades. So, yeah, peace out, everybody.